prospects research you before they ever speak to you. So I want you to have a look at your website and put yourself in the shoes of a prospect and say, hey, if I was researching me, potentially thinking about hiring this agency, land on your website and say, I'm researching this agency. Well, how do I feel about hiring this agency to do the job? G'day folks, welcome to another episode of the Agency Hour podcast, where we help web design and digital agency owners create abundance for themselves, their communities, their clients, their families. It's why we get out of bed every day. I'm your host, Troy Dean, and we have a very special episode of the Agency Hour this week. We're going to take you behind the scenes and give you access to one of the training workshops that we run in our community. So every week, we have a community in Circle that is $1 to join. You get your first 14 days free, and then it's $97 a month after that. And every week in that community, I go live and I teach a workshop based on one of the activities, if you like, in the agency GPS checklist. And now this is a checklist that we've put together over the last few years based on what the most successful agencies that we work with do. Sales and marketing, team, operations, the whole 360 degrees of your agency. And we put together a checklist and we broke it up into categories. And it turns out there are 81 mini projects, if you like, that you can undertake to help grow a part of your agency, whether it's more recurring revenue, whether it's better positioning, whether it's building your team, whether it's fixing your processes, automation, whatever it is. And every week in our community, I go live and I teach one of those 81 projects, and I give workbooks and I give playbooks and I give AI prompts and enough so that you can get moving. Now, this is kind of the do-it-yourself version of working with us, right? If you're not in a position to work with us one-on-one, because that can be expensive, then this is an opportunity for you to work through a similar curriculum, but at your own pace. And what I decided to do is this morning I ran a workshop all about launching your authority website and the core components and the conversion elements that you need to have on your website. And I gave away a very, very detailed playbook, which is a 4-week plan to launch your authority website. Now, maybe you've already got a website, maybe it's doing really well. Maybe there's just one or two things that you've picked up from this that you need to add to your website. Maybe you don't have a website, you need to relaunch it. Maybe you're launching websites for clients and you want to follow the authority website framework. So what I decided to do was actually I'm a little bit crazy and the team are pushing back on me here, but I've stood my ground. I've decided to give this workshop away for free, completely, from soup to nuts. What I'm about to do is I'm just going to play the recording of this workshop so that you can get a bit of a behind the scenes glimpse as to what we do every week in the community. My hope is that you get enough value out of this that you get up and about and you make a change to your website and it generates more leads for you. And also that you decide that you want to be a part of the community and that you join us. I will put links to join the community below this episode in the show notes. But I'll give you a head start. It's go.agencymavericks.com/community. That will get you where you need to go. Go to that page, follow the buttons, and join our community for $1. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is the workshop in its entirety. It's about 30 minutes long, I think. And this is launching your authority website. It is one part of the agency GPS checklist, which again is the checklist that our most successful agencies follow in order to grow their agency and turn it into a profitable asset that works without them. I also will put a link in this in the show notes here to the document, the playbook that goes along with this workshop. This is something that we don't normally give away for free, but I'm just giving this away because I believe in this particular topic so much. And also I want you to see behind the scenes and hopefully you come and join us. Now, before we dive into the workshop, this workshop is all about launching your authority website, and you may use this for your own website. You may use this framework for launching client websites. If you have too much website development or design or maintenance work on your desk, please get off the tools and go and connect with the guys at E2M. They are our only white label development agency partner that we recommend. We have a bunch of clients using E2M with great success. Go and check out e2msolutions.com. They have over 300 staff. They were just out in Bali a couple of weeks ago at MavCon presenting and networking with our clients. They're a great company. They do great work. The new CEO is Brent Weaver from You Gurus, of course. They are very good partners of ours. So please go and check out E2M Solutions and tell them you come from Agency Mavericks and you'll get a discount on your first month. And just give them all your WordPress development work, all your local SEO, all your content writing, all your WordPress maintenance work. Just give it to them, get it off your desk so you can then focus on growing your business, okay? e2msolutions.com. And also, if you are managing multiple WordPress websites of yours or clients, then my word, you need to be using WP Remote. They are our other partner who were out in Bali at MavCon with us. Use WP Remote to manage all your WordPress websites in one dashboard. They have a suite of plugins that work very well together. Blog Vault, of course, for backups. They have Malcare for security. They have Airlift for performance and WP Remote to manage all of that in one dashboard. So go and check them out along with E2M Solutions. The links will be near the show notes. All right, without further ado, let's dive into this morning's workshop. It is all about launching your authority website. Let's get to work. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So today's workshop, we are talking about launching your authority website. Of course, I've got a very special gift for you today, by the way. I've got the most comprehensive playbook that I've ever given away. You're going to get it today. So it's a step-by-step guide on exactly how to launch your authority website. Now, you may already have a website that is doing wonders for your business, but stay with us because I guarantee you'll pick up at least one or two gold nuggets in this workshop that will help you get more conversions and more clients from your website. So let's dive in. And of course, we've got some AI prompts coming up as well. As you know, our mission here is to help every agency succeed. We know that agencies are the key to successful small to medium businesses all over the world, and that if you have successful small to medium business, that means there's more jobs for everyone, there's more money moving around the economy, and that typically means wealthier, healthier, and happier communities. And our job is to help agencies do their best work and make their biggest impact. That is why we get out of bed every day, and it's why we're here, and it's why we keep turning up. Here is my terrible sales pitch. If at any point you know that you are ready for one-on-one mentorship and accountability with a guaranteed return on investment, just scan that QR code and schedule a call. And if we're a good fit, we'll get you onboarded into the right program. Can guarantee you this much, chances are we're probably not a good fit because most people we talk to don't become clients in our one-on-one program. So the numbers would just say that, hey, chances are we're not a good fit, so there's no harm in having a call, find out what we're all about, and then you can make an informed decision. All right, let's talk about your authority website. Your website, let me just come back to the chat here and make sure everyone is okay. Yes, excellent, very good. Great. Your website is your digital shop front, right? Your digital storefront. So, in the old days when you had a graphic design business or a print shop, you would have a shop front and people would walk past and they would come in and they'd say, everyone remember Snap Printing? They're still here in Australia. They do websites, they do graphic design, they do all your print needs, and you literally walk into the shop. Well, your website is your digital shop front, okay? And it's also your credibility anchor, which we'll talk about in a moment. In the agency world and in any service-based business, prospects research you before they ever speak to you. I just want you to think about that. Prospects research you before they ever speak to you. So I want you to have a look at your website and put yourself in the shoes of a prospect and say, hey, if I was researching me, potentially thinking about hiring this agency to build us a website or run a campaign or do SEO or whatever it is, content, video, podcast growth, YouTube growth, funnels, whatever it is, whatever services you provide, put yourself in the shoes of a prospect, land on your website and say, I'm researching this agency. How do I feel about hiring this agency to do the job, right? Your authority website, and I say authority website because your website, its only job really is to position you as the authority. I'm just going to unpack this for a moment because I really want this to sink in, okay? If you Hello, Taryn. Hello, David Mao. Welcome. If you go to the doctor with a health problem, you say, "Doctor, I've got this pain in my chest, and I'm not really sure what it is. I'm not having a heart attack. I know that because I went to ER." This is a true story, by the way. I'll just tell you a true story. Went to ER, thought I was having a heart attack a few years ago. Turns out I wasn't. I just pulled a muscle, actually, but I didn't know that at the time, and I was freaking out. So, hey, listen, I've been to the ER, not having a heart attack, but this pain in the chest just won't go away. I'm not really sure what's going on. And the doctor says, well, I think you should have some chest x-rays and maybe a CT scan, right? And you say, well, I don't really want to do that. It's going to be too expensive. I haven't got time. And also, how do I know how do I know that you know what you're talking about? Where did you go to med school? What's the doctor going to say? Out. Hey, dude, you're the one with the chest pain, not me. I don't care. Right. So your website needs to position you as an authority so that when your prospects get on a call with you, they're not questioning your expertise. They're not questioning how much it's going to cost, and they're not questioning how long it's going to take. They see you as the doctor, okay, because they have the problem and you can help them fix it. I just want that to sink in. When you are talking to a prospect on the phone, I want you to remember, or on Zoom, I want you to remember, they have the problem, you can fix it. You are the prize in this relationship, not them. Just because they've got money doesn't make them the prize. Okay? Just keep an abundant mindset. You do not need this prospect to eat. If you do, you're in a bad position and you need to find another way to make some money to feed yourself, because you're going to be desperate and you're going to lose every interaction with the prospect. You're going to lose every deal. You're going to get screwed on price. They're going to negotiate on process, and you're just going to be reacting to their demands. They need you more than you need them. And your website is going to help set that up. Your authority website needs to do these things. It needs to build instant credibility. We'll walk you through how to do this in a moment. And I'm going to give you an epic cheat sheet, an epic guide that you can follow to do this, okay? This is the most detailed playbook I've ever given away because I'm so passionate about making sure your website is doing the heavy lifting for you. So by the time you get on a call, you're just onboarding them into hopefully a paid discovery session, which is what you should be selling, and then upgrading them from paid discovery into a growth plan. Your authority website also needs to pre-qualify leads so that the wrong people just don't ever reach out. It also needs to convert visitors into conversations. It needs to position you as the expert and obviously work 24/7, 365, okay? Which is, I know that seems obvious, but the amount of times I've been working with an agency or a client where their contact form is just not getting emailed to the right email address. So therefore, it's like your shop front door is closed, okay? So let's dive into what your website should include. So what are the authority components? What make your website an authority website? Well, here are the core components. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I've got a duplicate here. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. The core components in no particular. This isn't necessarily a page. I'm just giving you an overview here of the core components you need to have somewhere on your website. And also, I'll talk about the conversion elements you need to have in a minute. And then I'm going to give you a step-by-step, ridiculously detailed playbook with a whole bunch of AI prompts that are going to help you get this done in the next 4 weeks if you haven't already got it done. You might just need to change one thing on your website to actually get it to move the needle, or you might need to rebuild it from scratch, or you might need to relaunch it. I'm going to relaunch my website following this playbook. I'm also launching a website for my wife's psychology business following this playbook. You might not need to do all of it. So your core components are a hero section, hopefully on your homepage, where it talks about who your target audience is and what your unique value proposition is, right? You also need social proof somewhere, case studies, client logos, and testimonials. You also need a service overview, what it is you offer. This is what we offer, and this is who we do it for. This is what we do, and this is who we do it for. In fact, let me just bring up an example. I'll show you an example in a minute of one where I think these guys do a pretty good job, right? Yeah, they do. I'm going to come back and show you this example in a minute. Where are we? Here we go. Results and proof, specific outcomes, a clear call to action. What do you want people to do on your website? Your about section, your story and your credibility could be a whole separate page, and contact information, multiple ways to get in touch, email, contact form, social media, phone, whatever. Okay. Some people don't like calling. Some people want to send a text. Some people want to do live chat. Give them all the ways to get in touch with you. They're the core components that you need to have on your website. Now let's talk about your conversion elements. Within these components, you should have benefit-driven headlines. Don't talk about what you do. Talk about the outcome that you deliver and how that benefits the customer, right? Talk about specific numbers and results when you're talking about social proof. Don't say, we helped this client grow their revenue or grow their client base or grow their donations. Talk about specific numbers and results. We helped them grow their revenue by 312% in 8 months. That'd be a good outcome, by the way. Verified client testimonials. So that's a client testimonial with a name and contact details so that someone can reach out and say, hey, Adam Silverman in that picture at MavCon, is this all bullshit or is this real? Hey, it's real, man. This is what happened, right? I can verify the client testimonial. No one believes testimonials, but if you put someone's name, the company, and they're happy to be contacted, chances are people won't contact them, but the fact that they're happy to be contacted instantly verifies it. Case studies, right? Case study framework. By the way, if you did our workshop from a few weeks ago about publishing testimonials, you'll have a bit of a framework for this. A case study is, where were you when you started working with us? Why did you choose us? What specifically happened as a result of working with us? What was the process like? What were the actual results? What would you say to someone thinking about working with us, right? That's a case study, not I really like working with Troy because he turns up on time and he's very funny. He's a good bloke. That's not a testimonial. That's useless, right? I worked with Agency Mavericks. We doubled our conversion rate. We tripled our revenue in 12 months. We grew our recurring revenue by 25,000 a month in 3 months. They're real stories. They're real case studies, right? I can point you to examples where these are actual results that people experienced. Single clear call to action. Don't confuse people with multiple call to actions. Just give them one thing to do. What do you want them to do? Right? There is an argument that you could have a secondary call to action if people aren't ready to schedule a call. They want to download a checklist, but that would be absolutely at most not ready to schedule a call. Download our checklist and do it yourself. Okay. Make sure your website is designed and developed mobile first, not an afterthought. Build it and design it for mobile first because 60% of traffic, at least 60% of traffic is on mobile. And for God's sake, make it fast loading. I know that sounds really obvious. I was on a website last night trying to buy something, trying to give someone money, and their website took longer than, 4 seconds to load. I'm done. I don't have time for this. Sort it out, kids, right? Now, as I said, you might already be doing this. Maybe you've already picked up one thing that's going to help. I'm going to give you a very detailed playbook in just a moment. Here's your 4-week schedule if you are relaunching a website or building it from scratch. By the way, you should use this for your clients' web builds, okay? Week 1, just get your core messaging and your social proof done. Don't worry about anything else. Core messaging, what is our unique value proposition? By the way, if you haven't been through the Godfather Method training that we offer, go through the Godfather Method. If you don't have it, buy it. It'll change your life. Godfather Method is our offer workshop. It's our offer course. It teaches you how to talk about what it is you do. You don't have to change what it is you do, but you have to change the way you talk about it. And the Godfather Method teaches you how to talk about what it is you do so that you excite prospects, you don't put them to sleep. So get your core messaging right and your social proof collected in week 1. Week 2, don't worry, I'm going to give you a more detailed breakdown on how to do this. Week number 2, write copy for all of the pages. I'm going to give you the pages. I'm also going to give you AI prompts in a minute to show you how to do this, all right? Week 3, design and develop the thing. Mobile first. Choose your platform, design and develop it. You're probably going to do it on WordPress. Maybe you're going to do it on Framer. Framer's blowing my mind at the moment. I'm so impressed with it. But I'm still a WordPress kid, even though, there's a few problems in that ecosystem, but I'm still a WordPress kid, mainly because of the plugin infrastructure and the page builders are pretty good. And then week 4, technical setup and test. So make sure you install Google Analytics, do your SEO, test all your contact forms, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to give you a detailed playbook on this and some AI prompts. In fact, I'm going to do that right now in the chat. Let me just make sure I've got the right. Actually, before we do that, let me show you. Oh, there we go. Max has, that's fine. Max has given you the Google Doc there. That is the full playbook, right? I'm just going to share my other screen. So let me come back here, and let me go here, and let me go here, and let me go here. Here we go. Here is the playbook. No, it's not. Launch a conversion authority website. That should be there. Launch authority website. Sorry, kids. Launch authority website, right? I can see there's a bunch of you looking at this right now. Here is the playbook. I'm not going to go through all of this because it's very detailed, but essentially, this is everything that we just walked through, right? Here's what you're building. Hero section, social proof, service overview. Here are your conversion elements. Here's how to build it. This is the game plan. Put this in a ClickUp or Asana or whatever you use, right? Phase 1, foundation and strategy. Step 1, define your core messaging, niche statement. We help blah, 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 achieve blah, blah, blah. Value proposition, the unique way you deliver that outcome. Proof points, 3 to 5 specific results you've delivered. Primary call to action, what action do you want visitors to take? Please don't build this in WordPress. Just write it in a Google Doc, okay? And step number 2, gather social proof. Collect 5 to 10 testimonials. Go through our testimonial training from a few weeks ago. See how this all fits together, kids? I'm not just here making shit up every week. There is a plan here. There is a journey from start to finish to take your agency to the next level and turn it into a profitable asset. So if you do these workshops, you will find it all starts to make sense. I'm doing them in a specific order for a specific reason. Document 2 to 3 detailed case studies with numbers, gather client logos and company names, screenshot any reviews from Google, LinkedIn, or just use a widget and bookmark a widget where you can pull that stuff in dynamically. Choose your platform. This is all week 1. Choose your platform and your theme, right? WordPress, Webflow, Framer is unbelievable right now. Not as flexible as WordPress, but far out. If you just need a basic website, it is very good. And AI, it will design the thing for you. It's amazing. Phase 2, content creation. Write your high converting copy. I'm going to give you AI prompts for all of this in a minute, okay? So write your hero section formula, write your about section, write your creating, your supporting pages, your services page, your case studies page, your about page, your contact page, your resources or your blog. Then design and develop, right? Here are some clues on how to do that. Optimize for mobile. Please do it mobile first. For phase 4, technical setup, test everything, make sure it works. Here are your AI prompts. Here we go. This page has been left intentionally blank. Here are your AI prompts, okay? Complete your messaging worksheet using AI prompts below. Here are your prompts for your hero section. I run a digital agency that helps your niche achieve specific outcome. Create 5 different hero section headlines that promise a specific result, speak directly to my ideal client's pain point, position me as the expert solution, are under 10 words each. My key differentiator is this. My best client result has been this, right? Here's prompts for your social proof strategy. Here's prompts for your service page copy. Here's prompts for your about page. Here's prompts for your conversion optimization. Audit my agency website. So once you've written it all, stick it back into Claude and have it optimize all of this for conversions. Okay? Here are the success metrics to track. Here are the common pitfalls to avoid. Vague value propositions. Specific outcomes are better. Generic testimonials. Results-focused proof. Multiple call to actions that are confusing. Single clear primary action. Industry jargon. Plain language. Right? Next steps in your agency GPS journey. Once you've done this, start publishing weekly content. We talked about this last week. Collect and publish more testimonials. We've talked about that. Begin outreach using your website as a credibility anchor and track and optimize conversion rates monthly, right? Your website is never done. It's a living asset that should evolve as your agency grows. This playbook is part of the agency GPS framework. By the way, if you share this document with anyone, which I encourage you to do, knock yourself out. Share it with everyone. They will see this message here. If they are seeing this document without the training, click here and join us for $1. So by all means, share this with as many people as you can. Now, let me show you an example of someone I think is doing this pretty well. SGD. This is Simon Kelly and James Fulton and Ray Melodoni, right? Melbourne's trusted web design agency. So they are leaning in to this, right? And they've got the proof to back it up. They're leaning into this. They know that everyone's been ripped off and burnt by a dodgy agency. They are leaning into this trust factor, okay? So Melbourne's trusted web design agency. From custom WordPress websites to results-driven SEO and Google Ads, we help your business thrive online. Still a bit generic, right? But they've got 5 stars from 50 plus Google reviews. Okay? Start a project, clear call to action. Get started, clear call to action. Look at this. This is social proof right here. Here's how I can get in touch. There's Simon Kelly. That's a live chat widget into high level, right? Look at this. Credibility. RSL Victoria, Accor, Mavericks Capital, East Coast Car Rentals, right? Websites that make your marketing work. So instant credibility. This is client case studies and client logos, right? View more projects. What we do best so you don't have to. Okay, so they're talking about the thing. Our websites don't just look good, they get results. Built for speed, SEO and conversions. Our designs help you attract and convert your target audience so you can move the needle on your marketing campaigns, right? So this is their service section. This is the About Us. Look at this. Our mission. There's Simon, Ray, and James. Okay? It's good, isn't it? We aim to supercharge the digital presence to rapidly grow your business. Blah, blah, blah. About Us. This is why we do it. Latest news. This is their blog resource. Yeah? Trusted by. More credibility. IHG. Some big names here. Victoria State Government. RSL Victoria. Accor. What our clients say. Testimonials. This isn't, oh, these guys are really nice and they wear nice clothes. Right? These are very specifics. This is the 4th WordPress website I've implemented for different businesses, and the website SGD Designer built is by far the best. Right? The final website was free from errors and saved me hours of proofing compared to other developers. I highly recommend speaking to James and his team, blah, blah, blah. FAQs, positioning as the expert, and the design is clean. It looks beautiful. Contact form. Yeah? Ways to get in touch, phone number, email, come and visit us. Right? Social media, Google partner, credibility. Okay? They're doing a very good job. So, your job, your homework is to follow the 4-week plan. Yeah? Follow the 4-week plan and use the AI prompts and either rebuild your website or just tweak it to fill in some gaps that you know are missing. Social proof, strong call to action, and value proposition are the 3 most important things, okay? What is it you do? Who do you do it for? And do it in a way that you're not talking about the things that you do, but you're talking about the outcomes and the results that you deliver your clients. And then social proof case studies and have a strong call to action. And if you want to secure your agency's future growth, scan that QR code, have a chat with our team. We will walk you through exactly what to do next. We have a complete, the agency GPS checklist, which you guys have got access to here in the community. There are 81 little projects that you can bite off like this, like updating your website or relaunching your website. 81 projects that you can bite off to help grow your agency from start to finish, whether it's sales and marketing, growing your recurring revenue, hiring your next team member, developing your SOPs, whatever it is. Okay, we can help you with that. Taryn is typing something, which I'm going to wait and see what she's typing. Good to see you, Taryn. I hope you're well. Hope things are going well. Let us know what's going on in the chat here. I hope it's good news. Hope she's got something nice to say about us. Very nervous. Going to wait till she's finished typing. And then I'm going to bounce out of here because I have to go and record an episode of our podcast. So once you've got your website up and about, start your single channel content, right? Get your social proof. Quick question. We support e-commerce pet brands, but there has been a lot of agency bashing by our competitors. E-commerce equation. Oh, really? Wow. And we're finding brands are becoming very anti-agency for support with their business growth. So we're going through the process of repositioning ourselves to be more consultancy and AI. Yes. Do you have suggestions on language to position ourselves on our website that you are seeing works well right now, but avoids using agency? Taryn, Claude.ai. Have this conversation with Claude. And what I would do, so one of the things that we talk about all the time here is selling paid discovery and growth plans. That turns you into a consultant, not an agency. So just take the word agency off your website, right? And replace it with consultancy or replace it with partner, right? Sell strategy. Now, the problem, I can tell you now, what e-commerce equation, what Jay Wright and those guys do is they will say you don't need an agency, which is ironic because Jay actually owns an e-commerce agency. Jay, you naughty little boy. And so what he's saying though is, hey, if you're just starting out and you're under 30 or 40 grand a month in revenue, you should learn to do this yourself. And there is an argument. There is some merit in that argument. However, my argument would be, well, what business are you in? Are you in the e-commerce optimization business, or are you in the business of selling, sustainable keep cups or sustainable hoodies or, pet goods, right? If you're in the business of selling pet goods to pet owners, then go and do that and let us take care of your e-commerce optimizations and your e-commerce conversions, right? You should reach out to Sean Clark from Pacific IQ. So the way that he positions himself is he has shopkeepers, right? We are digital shopkeepers. We come into your business and we look after your shop. Yeah? Yeah, there you go. Great. Yeah, so just take the word agency off your website. Talk to Claude about this. Get some feedback from Claude. How do I position myself without using the word agency? Tell Claude that you're getting a lot of heat from competitors who are bagging and bashing agencies, and reposition yourself as a growth partner or an e-commerce partner or an e-commerce shopkeeper, right? Talk to Sean Clark at Pacific IQ. Tell him I told you to reach out. He's a legend of a bloke, lives in South Australia, good part of the world. That's where I grew up. He does a lot of work with e-commerce. He's all growth plans and recurring revenue these days. And, if you're getting heat from competitors bashing agencies, then just change the narrative, right? Hey, you go do what you do well. You go sell pet food to pet owners, and you go sell pet accessories to pet owners. Let us take care of your shop. We're shopkeepers. That's what we do, right? And, because, what I know Jay says is that once you get to a certain point, you should hand that over to his agency so that you can just concentrate on running your business, which is supply chain, making sure you've got stock, making sure your margins are in place, making sure your team are performing, all that kind of stuff, right? And then once you get to a really big size, maybe you build your own internal team to run your shop. And that's totally fine. If you're doing a couple of $100,000 a month, right? You might have your own internal team running your shop and you might not use an agency. We still use agencies in this business to do certain things. We just hired a sales agency to manage sales for us because building a sales team internally is really freaking hard and I don't want to do it anymore. So we've just hired a sales agency to do that. Now, long term, will we have a sales team in-house? I don't know, maybe, but we still use agencies to do certain things because they just allow us to move faster. All right, hope this is helpful. Thanks for being a part of it. Keep up the good work. And I'll see you all again next week on an Agency GPS workshop here in the community. All right, I'm Troy Dean. Let's get to work. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. I hope that gives you a bit of a sneak peek as to what we do here every week in the community. As I said, go.agencymavericks.com/community is where you go to get started. You can start for $1 for 14 days, and then after that, it's $97 a month. You can cancel anytime. There's no contract. So come and join the community. Every week, I go live and I teach one part of the Agency GPS checklist. Of course, we give you the checklist. We give you the playbooks. We give you the training every week. So this is the do-it-yourself version of working with us. If you're not in a position to work with us in a one-on-one mentoring capacity, the community is the next best option for you. If you are in a position and you just want to move faster, you don't want to make all the same mistakes that everyone else makes, then by all means, schedule a call to chat with our team. And if you're a good fit, we'll get you onboarded into the right program. All right, I hope you're having as much fun as we are. I'm Troy Dean. Let's get to work.